What's happening, MMA world? This is Joshua Broom from Winners and Whiners. Today I'm reviewing Saturday night's UFC on ESPN 9 High Points. I won't bury the lead. Tyrone Woodley looked well past prime while being dominated by Gilbert Burns, and that's stating it nicely. After a 14-month layoff, T. Wood's reflexes were shot as he couldn't land or defend takedowns versus his naturally smaller opponent. Conversely, the hard-charging Dorino Burns could do very little wrong. Fighting for the 8th time since 2018, Burns won his 6th straight bout and looked every bit the active competitor versus rusty Tyrone Woodley. From the opening bell, 33-year-old Burns asserted dominance by nearly knocking out Woodley before proceeding to mount the former champ and rain fists and elbows for almost 4 minutes. Gaining a 10-8 opening round and opening a cut on T. Wood's eyelid, Burns outstruck, out-wrestled, and outclassed the one-time welterweight ruler through 25 minutes. The main takeaways from Saturday's nightcap are Gilbert Burns should get a title eliminator soon, and Tyrone Woodley is now a gatekeeper to the 170-pound division's upper echelon. A former NCAA wrestling standout, Woodley's inability to get off or defend versus Burns reminded me of Matt Hughes post-GSP TKO. And while Burns is an odds-on favorite to win welterweight gold, he remains dangerous and took a massive forward step by recently downing and of course, T. Wood. Moving on, the co-main nearly put me to sleep, but the refs made the right call in giving fringe contender Augusto Sakai his biggest win versus former World Series fighting heavyweight champ Blagoy Ivanov. Ivanov looked too elusive early on for his Brazilian foe, but Sakai, a winner of 6 straight, used his massive frame to corner Ivanov as body kicks and expired minute slowed the 33-year-old. While neither man looked like a top-tier threat, Ivanov has now lost 2 straight and appears to be creeping past his glory days. With the feature bouts mentioned, it's worth noting Billy Quarantillo's still poised versus raving madman Spike Carlyle. And perhaps the night's most entertaining scrap, Quarantillo weathered Carlyle's almost inhuman first round to gain a technically sound, unanimous decision versus the Alpha Ginger fitting nickname. Cool sobriquet aside, both fighters showed promise, though Carlyle needs to tighten his game and drop the reckless approach. Only then might he become the UFC's true and only Alpha Ginger. With Carlyle swinging like a vertiginous banshee, Quarantillo calmly picked his moments to outstrike Carlyle for a 7th consecutive win. Next up, bout 4 ended in second round submission for rapidly developing Roosevelt Roberts. Roberts totally outclassed Brock Chatatuska Weaver for another win under UFC lights. At 10-1, look for the Predator to get another step-up fight next time matchmakers call his name. Speaking of submissions, Hannah Dern showed next-level grappling by securing the UFC Women Division's first leg-lock sub with Hannah Cyphers as the unfortunate victim. Those submissions and Spike Carlyle's insane pace made up for Woodley's 5-round sleepwalk where the one-punchy salt never came. With main action discussed, Saturday's undercard gave true gems led by Chris Gutierrez's sadistic leg kick stoppage of Vince Morales. Not to be outdone, Casey Kinney regained form by subbing Luis Smolka. Next up, in a grappling lover's dream match, Octagon rookie Brendan Royval introduced himself to worldwide onlookers by tapping UFC staple Tim Elliott after 8 minutes of slick transitions. The warm-up card's 4th and final early ender saw undefeated striker Jamal Hill break down well-rounded Clidson Abreu early. The undercard ended with entertaining one-sided scraps. The first, where Daniel Rodriguez outgunned short-notice replacement opponent Gabe Green. Green did enough damage, however, to warrant another UFC look. Though hard-hitting Rodriguez picked up his 8th consecutive win against the UFC newcomer. Finally, in a matchup much closer on paper, blonde fighter Caitlin Chukagian gained a revenge measure from a recent title setback by destroying Antonina Shevchenko. And that, guys, is a lowdown from UFC on ESPN 9. What do you, MMA world, think of this card? Is Gilbert Burns a pretender who caught Woodley at the right time, or is Dorino a contender at 170? Conversely, is T. Wood finished as a top-level MMA fighter? Leave your comments below. And until next time, this is Josh Broom signing off. Check out Pick Papa, Stat Salt, and Winners and Whiners for in-depth mixed martial arts analysis.